Hey strangers, Jason the Gentleman here with you. Today we're going to be looking into installing this clearly filtered water under sink water filtration system. Actually my sister had gotten a filter system recently installed under a sink, and after I don't know how many months she took it off and showed how disgusting everything that had been filtered out was, and it was hideous. It was gross. You've probably seen something similar, so that's likely why you're interested in looking. My father had actually told me about this system, the Clearly Filtered brand. Looked into a few of the other ones, as well as the ones that are just in big box stores, and figured this one seems to be the best. Certainly it's priced as though it is one of the best, if not the best. But combining that with the coronavirus, which is presently going around, seems like a real good time to go ahead and get this installed, just to make sure that our water is as good and safe and clean as it can be. So we're just going to go over installing that, see what the water pressure change is like, try and get an idea of what that change is, and give you the information there, and let you see how it's installed. Hopefully it's useful to you. I know I would have appreciated having a video like this myself, so here we go. The two screws for when we're mounting it inside. Okay, first what I want to do is get an idea of what my present water pressure or throughput looks like. So we're going to get a measuring, I'm going to get a cup to measure how much is coming out and see how quickly we fill up a specific amount. I'm not exactly sure yet. And then after we get done installing it, we'll do that same test again to get an idea of what the change or reduction looks like. It says 1 gallon right there, 1G. Anyway, once it reaches this line right there, that's almost impossible to see. See if I have anything easier. This one's a little easier to see. We'll go with it. Well, how many cups are in a gallon? I totally know that. 1 quart, 2 quarts, 3 quarts, 4 quarts in a gallon. How many quarts in a cup? Or cups in a quart? I don't know. We'll just use this for the 1 gallon test. So once it's right there. This will be using the cold water. And time it using my phone. To fill it up to the 1 gallon mark. Alright, so we've got that timer. I'm going to hold on to that and we'll go ahead and do the install. Okay. It is 20:55. Where's that timer? There it is. 20:55 right now. We'll see what time it is when I'm all done. Sounds like it's feeding the system would be my guess. It's definitely what it sounded like. And it also sounds like it's done, which is nice. But let's also get it mounted, since that is a part of the process. I've annoyed myself enough. Time to get the right tools. Now, are these tools absolutely necessary? No. But am I tired of doing it without them? Yes, I am. Alright. Now that I made that look a lot harder than it should be. Let's see if I can get it up. Alright, it is up. Now we can shimmy that hose out of the way a little bit. That was different. Alright. Not sure what the split is. I guess just working out its own kinks. Alright, seems pretty steady there now. This is what it was like with the regular hot water pressure and the new cold water. Alright, now it's time to do the gallon test. But first, I have to clean up and prep. Alright, previously was 33.85. We're gonna start over. And 3, 2, 1. Alright, we've now reached the prior time, and it's about halfway, give or take. So it looks like it's taken about 50% of the throughput. Wow. So I posted online asking, hey, what kind of a decrease can we see in our water pressure? And they said it can be 20%. This is much more than a 20% decrease. Now, worth it, presumably. All right, it's almost there. 3, 2, 1. Done. All right. From 33 seconds and some odd to, focus, 1 minute 16.74. And that water looks weird. It's got all sorts of junk in it. I've never noticed junk in my water before. I wonder if you have to like let it run for a while first. Let's go ahead and just let it run. Okay, so it says on their quick tips and instructions, cold water flow could be reduced by approximately 25%. That 25%. I don't know how they do calculations. I'm an analyst, so I know how I do calculations. But what they do seems to be somewhat different, as that's more than a 50% reduction in water flow. Again, not the end of the world. If it means that my water is not filled with all sorts of garbage, it's a price worth paying, especially for my kids. But that's just a bunch of malarkey. Could be reduced by approximately 25%. Anyway, I don't know how they came to that. Maybe they had like almost no water pressure beforehand. I couldn't say. Either way, that's what mine is. Still having it run, and we'll do a second gallon test just to see if it's any different after it runs itself for a while. But for now, I'll show you what I'm seeing. This was the water that I got. Yeah, this doesn't look quite as good. I don't know why there are bubbles on there. There were not before I did this. So take that how you will. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and try one more time. This is the time to beat. 116.74. We'll reset. And 3, 2, 1. There. Yep, 110. So about the exact same time, no real big difference. I think it was 113 last time. The good news, we can see when we look at the water actually. My guess is I was right when I said we probably just have to run some water through it for a little bit first. I don't see any more residue or weird stuff in the water this time like I did the first time. It looks somewhat less questionable. Still not crystal clear though. Now, we'll give it a taste test. Okay, so first cup of clearly filtered water. I don't know, it doesn't look as crystal clear as like a fresh lake. But maybe that's not what I should have expected. Granted, this cup isn't very clean. You know what? Give it a fair shake. Clean off the outside with hot water, but the inside is clearly filtered It's important to not breathe while you drink. I don't know, it tastes like water. I don't have a very finely honed palate, so maybe it's a whole heck of a lot better. I don't really know. But it tastes like water, and that's a good thing. It doesn't taste like not water. Because that would be bad. Anyway, this system was, let's see, $500 retail. It's possible to get it for, I think, 10% off or maybe 15% off if you get the auto renew or auto replacement of filters. I don't know if it's possible for me to get an affiliate link. If I can, I'll put it in the description down below. I think that would just give me like a reduced price on my replacement filters, maybe. I don't know. Either way, that's the installation process. It can be far simpler if you're prepared to begin with rather than constantly going to your garage. But outside of that, it was fairly seamless. The only hard part was that I wanted to mount mine. If you didn't want to mount it, that would have been far simpler, taking a lot less time. The reduction in water flow, more than 50%. I don't know where they got 20%, but that is definitely not what I'm seeing. And as you can see with my hot water, I've got pretty good pressure, so I don't know why it's such a huge hit. Maybe if you start from a much lower pressure point, it's a lot easier or you see a smaller reduction because it's already so low. I can't say. Either way, big hit to the flow or throughput, at least for me. Maybe your experience will be different. I can't really think of anything else to say, so I'll just say good evening and good night, God bless, and goodbye. Thanks for your time.